Our progress report says we are at stage 8, paragraph page 683. 683. Okay, and our last headword was kill two birds with one stone.
Mm. Yes.
Okay, so let's start with revision. Let me scroll down. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. What does the idiom pull yourself together mean? What does the idiom pull yourself together mean? The
The
idiom pull
idiom
yourself
"put
together
yourself
means
together"
gain
means
control
gain
of
control
yourself
of
and
yourself
your
and
emotions
your emotions
after a difficult
after a
experience.
difficult experiences.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Stop crying
Stop
and
crying
pull yourself
and put
together.
yourself together.
Very good. Okay, what are the benefits of regular physical exercise? What are the benefits of regular physical exercise? The benefits
The
of
benefits
regular
of
physical
regular physical
exercise are
exercise
good health,
are good health,
more energy,
more
etc.
energy, and etc.
Very good. What when arguing with someone, do you ever suddenly agree with them just for the sake of peace and quiet? When arguing with someone, do you ever suddenly agree with them just for the sake of peace and quiet? Yes or no?
Yes,
When arguing with
when
someone,
arguing with
I
someone,
sometimes
I
suddenly
sometimes
agree with
suddenly
them
agree with them
just for the sake
just for the
of
sake
peace and
of
quiet.
peace and quiet.
Where do you think it's important for parents who smoke to try to give up smoking for the sake of their children? Do you think it's important for parents who smoke to try to give up smoking for the sake of their children? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's
I think it's
important for
important for
parents who
parents
smoke
who
to
smoke
try to
to
give up
try to
smoking
give up
for
smoking
the sake of
for the
their
sake
children.
of their children.
Very good. If two people have very similar names, do you sometimes get them mixed up? If two people have very similar names, do you sometimes get them mixed up? Yes or no?
Yes,
If two
if
people
two
have
people
very
has
similar
very
names,
similar
I
names,
sometimes
I
get them
sometimes
mixed up.
mix up.
I sometimes get them mixed up.
I sometimes get them mixed up.
Very good. Which word am I spelling all mixed up? CIRHA. Which word am I spelling all mixed up? CIRHA. You're spelling
You
the
are
word
spelling
chair
the word
all
chair
mixed up.
all mixed up.
Very good. Do you think a sense of humor is one of the most important parts of a person's character? Do you think a sense of humor is one of the most important parts of a person's character? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
think a
think
sense of humor
a sense of
is
humor
one of the
is
most
one of the most
important parts
important
of
parts
a person's
of
character.
a person's character.
Very good. Do people wear formal dress when they go on a wedding? Do people wear formal dress when they go to a wedding? Yes.
Yes,
People wear
people
formal
wear
dress
formal
when they
dress
go to a
when they
wedding.
go to wedding.
Very good. When discussing painting, who do we mean by the old masters? When discussing painting, who do we mean by the old masters? When discussing
When
painting
discussing
by the
painting
old
by the
masters,
old
we mean
masters, we
painters
mean
such
painters
as Rembrandt,
such,
such
such
as Rembrandt,
as Rembrandt,
Michelangelo,
Michelangelo,
etc.
etc.
Very good. Can you name me one of Shakespeare's masterpieces? Can you name me one of Shakespeare's masterpieces? Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
I can name
I
you
can name
one
you
of
one
Shakespeare's
of
masterpieces.
Shakespeare's masterpieces,
Hamlet.
Hamlet,
Uh,
Othello.
yeah, I've never read one of those. Okay. How long do you think it would take you to master another foreign language? How long do you think it would take you to master another foreign language? I think
I
it would
think
take
it
me
take
about
me about 50 years
to master
to
another
master
foreign
another
language.
foreign languages.
Very good. Okay, next. Okay, now I will say a sentence and I want you to make a similar sentence with the word so, okay? Number one, I had no money for the bus and consequently I had to walk home. I had no money for the bus and consequently I had to walk home. I had no money for the bus.
I had no money
For the bus.
for the
So
bus,
I had to
so
walk
I
home.
had to walk home.
Very good. I'll show you where the key is kept in order that you don't have to ask me next time. I'll show you where the key is kept in order that you don't have to ask me next time. I'll show you where the
Show
key
you
is kept.
where key kept
Is one more.
is
I'll
kept.
show you
I'll show you
where the key
where
is
the
kept
key is kept
so that you
so
don't
that
have
you
to
don't
ask
have
me
to
next
ask
time.
me next time.
Very good. We wore very light clothes in order not to suffer from the heat. We wore very light clothes in order not to suffer from the heat. We wore
We wore
very light
very
clothes
light
so
clothes
as not
so
to
as
suffer
not to suffer
from the heat.
from the heat.
Very good. I went to the supermarket and bought some milk, cheese, bread, etc. I went to the supermarket and bought some milk, cheese, bread, etc. I went
I
to the
went
supermarket
to the supermarket
and bought some milk,
and bought some milk,
cheese, bread,
cheese,
and so
bread,
on.
and so on.
Very good. Okay, now as before, I will say a sentence and I want you to make a similar sentence with the word so. There we go. I never knew he had a large quantity of money. I never knew he had such a large quantity of money. I never
I
knew
never
he had
knew
so
he
much
had
money.
so much money.
Well, I haven't had an accident in my car till now. I haven't had an accident in my car till now. I haven't
I
had
haven't
an
had
accident
an
in my
accident so
car
far
so far.
in my car so far.
Well, as regards my knowledge of the situation, the problem has been solved. As regards my knowledge of the situation, the problem has been solved. So
As
far as I know,
so as so
so
far as
far
I
as I
so
know,
far as
so
far as
far as
so
I
far
know,
so
so far
so far as I
I
know,
know, the problem has
the
been solved.
problem has been solved.
Very good. Is it important for teachers to praise children when they do things well? Is it important for teachers to praise children when they do things well? Yes, it's
Yes,
important
it's
for
important
teachers
for
to
teachers
praise children
to praise the
when they
children,
do
praise
things
children
well.
when they do things well.
Like, what's the danger of giving children too much praise? What's the danger of giving children too much praise? The danger
The
of
danger
giving
of
children
giving
too
children
much praise
too much
is that
praise
they might
is that
think
they might
they
think
are better
they
than
are
they really are. They are better
they are better
than they really
than
are
they really are
and start to become
and start to
careless
become
in their
careless
work.
in their work.
Very good. Is it easy to get a loan from a bank? Is it easy to get a loan from a bank? Yes or no?
No, it
It's
isn't
easy to
easy
get a
to
loan
get
from a
a
bank.
loan from a bank.
Very good. Okay, give me an example of the word furthermore. Give me an example of the word furthermore, please. Allison speaks French
Alison speaks
per-
French
perfectly.
perfectly.
Furthermore, he
Furthermore,
can communicate
he can
quite
communicate
well in
quite
German.
well in German.
Give me an example of the word moreover. Give me an example of the word moreover, please. The company
The
make
company
good
make
products.
good product.
Moreover, the
Moreover,
prices are
the
low.
price is low. The
Very
price
good.
is low.
The prices are low. Very good. One more. The company
The
that
company
make good
make
products.
good product.
However, I'm sorry.
How,
Moreover,
moreover,
their prices are low.
their prices are low.
Very good. How many toes do you have? How many toes do you have? I have
I
10
have
toes.
10 toes.
Very good. Do you know any famous people personally? Do you know any famous people personally? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't know
any
any famous
famous people personally.
people personally.
Do sensitive people sometimes take criticism too personally? Do sensitive people sometimes take criticism too personally? Yes,
Yes,
sensitive people
sensitive people
sometimes take
sometimes
criticism
take criticism
too personally.
too personally.
Ragged, when a person is in danger, do you think it's better for them to be conscious of the danger or not? When a person is in danger, do you think it's better for them to be conscious of the danger or not? When a person
When
is
a
in
person
danger,
is in
I think
danger,
it's
I
better for
think it
them
is better for
to
them
be
to be conscious
of the danger.
of the danger
Why? Why do you think so? Because
because he tried they try to protect
themselves.
themselves.
Very good. Okay. What do they give a hospital patient to make them unconscious before an operation? What do they give a hospital patient to make them unconscious before an operation? They usually give
They
a
usually
hospital
give
patient
a
a
hospital
special
patient
kind of
a
gas
special kind of
or
gas
an
or
injection
an
to
injection
make them
to make
unconscious
them
before
unconscious
an
before
operation.
an operation.
Very good. On what occasions do people often feel self conscious? On what occasions do people often feel self-conscious? People
People
often feel
often feel
self-conscious on
self-conscious
occasions
on
such as
occasions
formal
such as
gatherings
formal
or
gatherings
when they're
or
with
when they
people
are
they don't know.
with people they don't know.
With people they don't
With
know.
people they don't know.
Very good. What do we use to split wood? What do we use to split wood? We use an
We use
axe
an
to split
axe
wood.
to split wood.
If your favorite trousers split, would you repair them or throw them away? If your favorite trousers split, would you repair them or throw them away? If my
If
favorite
my
trousers
favorite
split,
trousers
split,
to split,
I'd
I'd try to fix
repair
them,
them. Repair
repair
them.
them.
Very good. When you eat in a restaurant with a group of friends, do you think the bill should be split equally among everyone? Or do you think each person should pay for what they personally ordered? When you eat in a restaurant with a group of friends, do you think the bill should be split equally among everyone? Or do you think each person should pay for what they personally ordered? When I eat, ah,
When
well,
I eat,
in a
when
restaurant
I eat in a
with a
restaurant
group of
with a
friends,
group of
I
friends,
think
I think
split
the
or each one.
the bill split
Okay, one more. When
should
I
be
eat,
split.
well,
When
when
I
I
eat
eat in a restaurant
in a
with a
restaurant
group of
with a
friends,
group of
I
friends,
think the
I
bill
think the
should
bill
be split
should be
equally
split
among
equally
everyone.
um,
Among everyone.
among everyone.
Oh, very good. Okay, what does the idiom kill two birds with one stone mean? What does the idiom kill two birds with one stone mean? The
The
idiom kill
idiom
two
to
birds
kill two birds
with
with
one
one
stone
stone
means
means
do two things
do
at the
two
same
things at
time
the same
and
time
therefore save
and
time
therefore
and
save time
energy.
and energy.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. If I can find
If I can
the book
find
I need
the book I
for
need
school at the
for
library,
school at the
when
library,
I go
then
there
I
to
go there
return your
to
books,
return your
I'll be
books.
killing two
I'll be
birds
killing two
with one
birds
stone.
with one stone.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word.
Mm.
Okay, so now let's talk about uses of the definite article the. Okay, so repeat: Alps,
Out.
Andes,
Andes,
Himalayas,
Himalayas,
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Okay, very good. Listen, the Alps, the Andes, and the Himalayas are all nouns. They are all mountain chain. So like mountains all together, mountain chains. The Netherlands is a noun. It is a country in Western Europe. Okay, the most important use of the definite article the is when we are referring to something specific that is known to both the speaker and the listener. It's known in the conversation. This is similar to the way that we use the words this, that, these, and those. For example, the teacher we had last week has left, or John's got a new house. The garden's lovely, or the sun rose early today, because everybody knows what the sun is. Let's practice. What is the most important use of the definite article the? What is the most important use of the definite article the? The most
The
important
most
use of
important
the
use
definite
of the
article the
technical article
is
the
when we
is
are
when
referring
we
to
are
something
referring to
specific
something
that
specific
is known to
that
both
is known
the
to both
speaker and the
speaker
listener.
and the listener.
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. The DVDs
The
I bought
DVDs
yesterday
I bought
are
yesterday
great.
are great.
Could you close
Could,
the window, please? Could you close?
could you close the window, please?
Very good. The sky's gray today.
The sky
The
is gray
sky's
today.
gray today. Very good. Okay, next, listen. There are three other special uses of the definite article the that we should remember. Number one, we can sometimes use the word the to speak about things in general, but only when we are speaking about types of animals or types of things. For example, instead of saying tigers are dangerous animals, we can say the tiger is a dangerous animal. This doesn't refer to one specific tiger, but all the tigers in general.
Hmm.
Instead of saying computers are very useful things, we can say the computer is a very useful thing. This means computers in general, every computer. Okay, let's practice. How can we sometimes use the word that to speak about things in general? How can we sometimes use the word that to speak about things in general? We can
We
sometimes
can
use the
sometimes
word
use
the
the word
to
the
speak about
to speak
things
about
in general
things in general
when we are
when
speaking
we are speaking
about types of
about the
animals
types of
or
animals
types of things.
or types of things.
Very good. Which is the heaviest land animal on earth? Which is the heaviest land animal on earth? The elephant
The
is the
elephant
heaviest
is the
land
heaviest
animal on earth.
land animals on Earth.
Very good. When was the mobile phone invented? Oh, when was the mobile phone invented? The mobile phone
The
was
mobile phone
invented
was
in
invented in
1973.
1973.
Very good. Okay, number two. We sometimes put the definite article the in front of a name. In front of a name, but only when it is the name of a river, sea, ocean, or mountain chain. Okay, for example, the Thames, because it's the river in London, the River Thames, the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, the Alps. Okay, we do not use the with the names of people and places. For example, we cannot say Queen Elizabeth lives in London. The Queen Elizabeth, no. Let's practice. When do we put the definite article the in front of a name? When do we put the definite article the in front of a name? We put the
We put
definite
the
article
definite
the in
articles
front
the
of a
in
name
front of
when
the
it
name
is the
when
name
it is
of
the
a
name
river,
of a river,
sea, ocean,
sea,
or mountain
ocean,
chain.
or mountain chain.
Very good. Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Some examples of
Some
mountain
examples of
chains
mountain
are the
uh,
Andes.
uh,
Some examples
some
of
examples
mountain
of
chains
mountain chains
are the
are
Andes,
the
the
Andes,
Himalayas,
the
the Alps,
Himalayas, the Alps,
etc.
etc.
Very good. Which is the longest river in the world? Which is the longest river in the world? The Nile
The
is the
Nile
longest
is the
river
longest
in the
river
world.
in the world.
Very good. Okay, next number three. Finally, we occasionally put the word the in front of a name of a country, but only if the name is plural in form. For example, the Netherlands. So it's like plural. The United States of America. The Philippines. Okay? With countries' names that are singular, we do not use the. For example, we say France, Japan, Italy, because it's not plural in form. Let's practice. What do we put? When do we put the word "the" in front of a name of a country? When do we put the word "the" in front of a name of a country? We put the
We
word
put
"the"
the word
in front
the
of a
in
name of
front
a
of the
country
name of the country
only if the name
only
is
if the
plural
name
in
is
form.
plural in home.
Name some countries that are plural in form. Name some countries that are plural in form, please. The Netherlands,
The Netherlands,
the United States
the
of
United
America,
States of America,
the United
the
Arab Emirates,
United, the
United
United
Arab Emirates,
Arab
UAE,
Arab Emirates.
Emirates. Very good. Next, repeat. Present,
Present,
present.
present.
Very good. Okay, listen. Present is a noun, so pronounce as present. It's a noun. It is the synonym for gift, like a present gift. For example, I enjoy choosing presents to give to other people.
Hmm.
Present can also be an adjective. It means now or in a particular place, like the present time. For example, I think the present state of the world is better than 100 years ago. All the pupils were present for the last lesson. Present, not absent. Okay, next pronunciation is present. Present is a verb. It means to give or to introduce. For example, when a person retires from work after many years of employment in the same company, they are usually presented with a gift. In job interviews, people are sometimes judged more by the way they present themselves than by their abilities and experience. Okay, so let's practice. Do you think that the present state of the world is better than 100 years ago? Do you think that the present state of the world is better than 100 years ago? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think that.
I
The
think
present
that
state
the
of the world
present state of the
is
world
better than
is
a
better than
hundred years
a
ago.
hundred years ago
Why? Why do you think so? Because
because
life is
uh,
more convenient now.
life is more convenient and we also uh,
We also we also
also
have a lot of
have
technology,
a lot of technology and a lot of なんだろ
gadgets, like that.
う、a lot of
a lot,
ideas, new
a lot of
ideas,
ideas or inventions,
mm,
right?
inventions. Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so reading is at stage 8, paragraph page 623. Last headword was corrupt. Okay, start with headword
Okay.
differ.
Yes, I'll start. Differ. Do your eyes differ in color from mine? Yes, my eyes differ in color from mine. 違う。
Okay,
My eyes differ in
in
color
color,
from yours.
yours. Very good.
What sometimes happens if two people differ greatly in their opinions on a particular subject? If two people differ greatly in their opinions on a particular subject, they sometimes have an argument. Private. Have you ever had private English lessons? Yes, I've had private English lessons.
Hmm.
Is it important to ask questions about someone's private life
Very well.
unless you know them very well? Yes, it's impolite to ask questions about someone's private life unless you know them very well.
Hmm.
Eh,
Relative
what?
clauses.
Relative clauses. What? When do we use the relative pronoun what? We use the relative pronoun what when we don't mention the thing that the relative clause describes. Give me an example, please. She told the water
The
what
waiter.
she told the waiter what she wanted.
Hmm.
When you were a child, did you always like what you were given for your birthday? Yes, when I was a child, I always liked what I was given for my birthday.
Hmm.
Do
Have
you
you?
already,
Uh,
have you already chosen what you are going to eat this evening?
mhm.
Yes, I've already chosen what I am going to eat this evening.
Very good.
Whom?
Whom?
Whom? When do some people prefer to use the relative pronoun whom instead of who? Some people prefer to prefer to use the relative pronoun whom with formal English when the relative pronoun is not the subject of the verb that follows. Give me an example, please. The gentleman whom he informed was the manager. If you were employed by someone whom you disliked, what would you do? If I was employed by someone who I disliked,
I'd
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 quit the job.
quit the job. Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today, but very
Ah,
good.